your voice.
All right. Our book was Many Children Left Behind, and President Bush made this in 2001. This gives, as we know in Pennsylvania through PSSAs, that federal school funding goes to each school, how much they get, and how many students get above basic, and proficient. The problem with this is that most PSSA stuff is with English learners or speaking English. So African Americans, Hispanic, any other foreign students, and if they don't speak this language, then they fell behind and the schools don't get funding. So that's why you see these poor schools, and then if you see mostly no diversity at all at a school, they have more funding. Just a warning, this presentation is a little racist because the whole book is about racism, and it had about like 3 chapters, 3 parts to it, and had different authors through each one, and they give their own opinions, but each author mostly repeated the same exact thing throughout the whole book. I mean, if it had just part 1, you could be done reading because you would know what would happen. But after that, it mostly just agrees with the act altogether. And that's what we're going to show today.
So through our skit, we are going to depict the effects of No Child Left Behind and how it's turned into Many Children Left Behind. And they were out of the dragon, so unfortunately I'm using an alligator instead, but I represent the No Child Left Behind Act and how it indirectly targets like minority groups like Megan was talking about. And so you'll see how I come into play.
Yeah, and I'm just playing the 2 minority groups that are being affected. Mostly Latinos and then African American minorities are being affected the most through this act.
Yep, and I'm the 2 white students.
All right, this is in a classroom, and because of No Child Left Behind Act, this is what happens. All right. Anthony and Elena, you have to find a new school to attend.
Why, Miss Gregg? I love this school and I want to learn.
You bring our test scores down. The No Left Child Behind Act is forcing us to do this. It is a last resort. All right. Elena, you also have to find another school to attend. You are also forced to repeat 4th grade. Since your second language is English, we cannot afford to risk having our test scores down, just like Anthony.
Porque yo quiero estar escuela, me encanta aprender.
Sorry, Elena. We can't afford an ESL teacher for you. Even if you have enough room in our budget, this is way too expensive for us. Congratulations, William and Jess. Your wonderful test scores have helped us improve this progress overall.
Yay, we did well considering school. Woo.